Good morning, Push. Come on, you can do a little better than that. Good morning, Push. It is always a pleasure to be here, and I thank Reverend Jackson and the Push family for all the hard work that they do, all the unsung work that they do to support and unify and strengthen our communities. We are in an important time in our civic history. We have a very important choice that we must make on May 2nd, on April 2nd. The choice is, do we stay with the same old, or do we move forward in a different, positive change direction? Let me tell you a little bit about me for those of you who I haven't had the benefit of meeting. I have been in this city for 32 years, but I grew up in a small town in Ohio. Both of my parents grew up in the segregated South, my father in Arkansas and my mother in Alabama. And for them, the yoke of Jim Crow defined the entirety of their lives. They worked hard every single day. My father worked 2 and 3 jobs. My mother worked a series of low-wage jobs to make sure that their children had the opportunity to live a better and more fulfilled life than they were able to live. And I am the beneficiary of their hard work. And yes, I have been successful, and I have done and fulfilled the mandate and the dream that my parents had for me, and I will never, ever shy away from that. I am proud of the things that I have been able to do, the success I've had in my life, because it has meant that I've been able to take care of my family, take care of my mother and father, and provide hope and a pathway for my child. In this city, at this moment, we have a number of tough choices that we have to face. Of course, the violence is raging out of control, and we have a plan for that. We must rebuild our neighborhood schools that are critically in need of resources, new librarians and counselors and trauma teachers to help uplift the quality of life of our children. We must have a social safety net that really provides good quality health care, trauma care, pharmacy, and eliminate the food and other deserts that are plaguing way too many communities. But folks, we will never get there. We will never get there by choosing the same old, same old. This is time for a new day in Chicago, a government that is actually responsive to the needs of the people, a government that hears you and sees you and is responsive to investing in our neighborhoods that have been deprived of resources for way too long. Now, we know about the investment that's going to be happening on the north side, $1.2 billion in an area on the north side. Think about what a fraction of those resources would mean in our community, in Roseland, in Inglewood, in Austin, in North Lawndale. We need a leader who understands that the only way that we are going to lift up the quality of life in every neighborhood is by investing in every neighborhood. I understand that need. I have the experience and, frankly, the vision to make sure that we can move forward together. But the choice is yours. And I've been saying this now for some time, and let me repeat it again because I think it's critically important. People all over this city have talked to me for months about the need for change. But they're worried and they're nervous that a government doesn't exist that is going to actually bring real change. Politicians come, they talk a good game, and then they disappear. And what has happened to the quality of life in your neighborhoods? What we need to do is hold elected officials accountable to make sure that the promises made are the promises kept. And the surest way that we can do that, is understand the importance and value of your ballot. We can't stay home. We can't stay on the sidelines. We can't cede our power to someone else. We need to go, and you need to find every person that didn't vote on February 26th and express to them the importance of this election, not just at the top of the ballot, but up and down the ballot. There are 14 races for aldermen. There's a couple citywide races for treasurer and clerk that are going to determine the destiny of our city. We need you to be out there and to vote your values. Be like me and thousands of other people across the city who are resolved to use their ballot to make a difference. That is the power that we have. That is the choice that we have in this election. And I hope that you will rally your friends, your neighbors, your family to understand that if we want to make sure that our community gets the level of investment that they need, that the choice could not be more clear on April 2nd. Join with me, and be resolved for change, to break away from the broken and corrupt political machine that has left our neighborhoods starving for resources, left people in our community wondering if their government actually will do something to help uplift the quality of life of people in the city whose voices deserve to be heard. That is a message that I've been bringing since May of 18. I didn't stand on the sidelines, I stepped up. I didn't wait until Goliath was slayed to be an advocate for people in this city. I stood up to say that we needed change and needed to go in a different direction because it was the right thing to do, not the politically expedient thing to do. So please join with me, whatever way you vote, but vote. Bring people to the polls. We have to make sure that we send a message on April 2nd that is a new day in Chicago. We need to bring in the light, and we need change. Thank you, Chicago.